Mono Green and Sam Hendrzak with humans. Uh,
Yep, and this is not Mono Green Tron. This is Mono Green. As you can see, the pelt collector that starts it off.
I don't know how many times I've watched the stream and everything when I'm not here. And I'm like, oh, Mono Green, that's an easy matchup for anybody. But this deck really does surprise a lot of people.
The thing is, like, it hits so hard, and the creatures are so big. Like, the thing with humans is obviously like the creature-based deck, just
Yeah.
because the amount of interaction you get with anything everyone is doing. You have the stuff like Thalia, so you're really good against any of the non-creature spell type decks. As you see right here, you also have just Reflector Mage that just like destroys your opponent's
Exactly.
creatures. Like if you're like tap out for my 3-mana Steely Champion, which I think Mike is about to if he has a third land in hand. If you get Reflector Mage, that's like Time Walk, but you also get a 2/3. Like that card's so good.
Plays at Treetop Village. He's an attack with the little Strangleroot Geist.
It's kind of interesting. I wonder if he's. And it's not really much he's repping here. It's only a 2/2, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
I guess he wants to. It's not evolve. Was Undying? That's
Undying,
on it?
yep.
Yeah, he wants to get that extra counter on it potentially.
Well, what does Sam has? He has the Mage. He
That
has
Hex Drinker? Oh, that's sweet.
Ooh.
Love that card.
I was just telling somebody out there I felt really salty. I had a foil and I sold it for 60, and now it's like a 130.
Oh, really?
Bad Magic finance right there.
What's the regular one at?
Like 25 now.
Is it really?
Yeah, when it was like 5.
Oh, I sold mine for like 12, I think. Shoot.
So, X Drinker is one of the new cards out of Mine Horizons. It got a lot of hype when it got first spoiled. Everyone was talking about how it was going to be in Mono Green Tron and the sideboard. It was going to be in Jund. I guess on Moto it's showing up a little bit in some Jund decks now.
Yep. So Jund is like kind of its home, I think, because it's very good late game. You look at it as like a 5-mana play.
Yep.
Play it, give it pro instant right away. And that's like almost unbeatable for a lot of people. And once you get it protection from everything, it's just an absolute beater. So it looks like Reflector Mage bounced the
Hex Drinker.
The Hex Drinker.
So he's going to swing in with the Champion, which is a 3/3, and then he's going to attack in with the Thalia as well. Just remember that does have first strike.
Well, it can kill one of them, but the other one will stay.
So that was the right choice on which one to kill. That was a good choice.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that he chose to block there rather than block the champion.
Yeah, I think you have to block the champion.
The champion's going to be the one growing bigger. Unless Mike has an answer to the champion, there's a chance he might have some type of answer for it. I believe it's just a Steel Leaf champion or a Steel Leaf champion in hand. Yeah, which is coming in now. But the thing with Steel Leaf, though, is that Thalia's not going to grow, and Steel Leaf can hit through the Thalia.
Yep.
It can't hit through the champion. When the champion comes with 4-power creature, worst case, it can block.
So it's another land on Sam's side, another Horizon Canopy, which another champion.
Yep. And grows that other champion to a 4-power. Then Phantasmal Image on the Reflector Mage. Yep. Going to most likely hit that Steel Leaf champion. Yep.
Alright, so Mike's just in a bad spot right there. Yep, that's smart.
Yep, so this is not looking very good.
Just gonna swing in with a 5/5 and a 2/3.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to block there.
Yes, this is the thing. Is that I can't remember? Is that a Judge's Familiar? Is that what that is?
No, that is the
Dryad
Militant.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all the instant sorceries go to exile to the graveyard.
So it really is not doing anything for this matchup.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking you want to block the champion with it, and you don't have that many non-creature spells where Thalia actually matters in the matchup.
That's obviously a bad draw because obviously it's a land.
So actually, it's not bad. Hextrigger right now, if he grows it right now to a 4/4, it can block. It can block to anything on the board. I believe it goes a 4/4. Obviously, pro instant, which doesn't matter in this matchup. But if you were to block the entire board other than the massive champion there, is going to be relevant. And once he gets up to, I believe it's an 8/8 with protection from everything, it can block that giant, the 5-power, soon-to-be growing champion, which is going to be next turn.
Well, it gets up to a 6/6.
Is it a 6/6?
It has to be on level 8.
Yes, okay. Level 8 and it's 6/6. I mean, still with protection from the champion, it's still, oh wow. I just drew another Phantasmal Image. So he's going to copy that Reflector Mage and then bounce the Hex Drinker. He's like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Mike sees the writing on the walls now. This is going to be a quick one, I think.
This is one of the reasons why I love humans. Humans can take over a game instantly like that, though.
Now, the thing is, like, this is a kind of a situation where Sam drew the right half of his deck too. It could have been 3 Thalias instead of 3 Phantasmal Images, and those do nothing in this matchup.
Yeah. So Mike's just gonna scoop it up at that point. He knows it's a little too far. So what do you see out of Mike's deck that you would honestly bring in?
I have no idea what any of these cards are.
So we know what Relic is. We know. So Thrun is a 4-drop. It can't be countered.
Okay.
Force of Vigor is one of the new cards out of Modern Horizons.
Yep.
Creep and Corrosion is basically you're going to bring in if you're going to go against any deck that's playing artifacts. Damping Sphere,
none of those. Dismember's coming in for sure. I think Dismember's going to be great in this matchup.
The Collector, Oof or whatever.
So Oof is questionable because Oof shuts off Vial, which turns it into a fairer matchup. So obviously Dismember's coming in. Oof is the one that I would have a question about. I don't think you want Force of Vigor. It's far too thin, but at least Oof can trade with the creature.
Yeah, I don't see the Oof coming in, honestly. I just think it's just going to sit there. I think his best bet, honestly, is maybe just bringing in the Dismembers.
Yeah, and maybe Thrunner. What's Creeping Corrosion do?
So Creeping Corrosion is the one I've been telling you that was the destroy all artifacts.
And artifacts and enchantments.
Yeah.
Is that one that you create beasts or something for each?
No.
Or just destroys all? It can't be regenerated?
Yeah, so it's just destroy all artifacts. It's a straight green.
Oh, so it's just Shatterstorm essentially in green. Okay, I see. And then Thrun. I'm not sure if Thrun is relevant in this matchup.
No, it's not.
Okay, so most likely just Dismembers then, and then maybe some number of Oofs. But on Sam's side,
Static Caster I don't see really coming in.
Yeah, Dire Fleet Daredevils is bad. Mirran Crusader, it's pro green, right? Pro black and green.
Black. Is it black and green?
I think it's black and green. So Mirran Crusader is interesting.
I think Mirran Crusader is interesting just because it has double strike.
Yeah, and Auriok Champion I think is fine. I mean, it's going to be a race, and both sides are playing a bunch of creatures, so Auriok Champion's going to get a lot. Yeah,
Mirran Crusader is double strike from protection from black and green, so I can see that coming in.
That's you're snapping that straight into your
I
your
don't
deck.
see Sage coming in. I don't see Damping Theory. I think really on his side, you can maybe bring in the one Dire Fleet, and you can maybe bring in the one of the Crusader. My question is,
doesn't Auriok Champion gain you life for each creature enters?
No, because that's the one that is for burn. Auriok Champion.
I thought that was Auriok Champion. Maybe I'm wrong. See, I don't play humans. Yeah, Crusaders is a fantastic card here. I don't play humans enough to know all the different humans.
Yeah, Auriok Champion is protection from black and red, and whenever another creature comes into play, gain 1 life. So
yeah, so I think that could be relevant in this matchup because it's going to end up being a race, and both sides are playing a ton of creatures, so it triggers off of his opponents too. So I think I could see Auriok Champion because you have a lot of cards to cut. The Thalias are all coming out, which is probably 3 of. So I think Mirran Crusader and 2 Auriok Champions would replace those.
Yep.
So I think that's probably the easy ins. If there's any other bad cards, I'm not sure what else is in Sam's list, main deck. I can see Static Caster potentially coming in because it can ping some of the X ones.
Okay.
That are in Mike's deck. So I know Mike runs a handful. Obviously, there's a Hex Drinker. There's also the if he ends up like top decking one of the Pelt Collectors or the other 1-mana card that he played. There's quite a few 1-drops that are X1s. So I can see Static Caster potentially.
So looking at Sam's hand,
Freebird is also an awkward card too because there's not a lot of non-creatures. Obviously, Dismember comes in, so it's a good catch for it. But yeah, I mean, Sam's is a snap keep. He has a 1-drop into a 2-drop into Manus Rider.
Yeah, so he can. Yeah, that's a really good hand.
And all of it's castable.
Unfortunately, Mike had to throw his back. I wonder if he's actually looking for something right off the bat.
Yeah, so Mike's on the play here, so he's probably just looking for any 1-drop into 2-drop to try to get the pace of the game on his side. That or a Dismember, some kind of interaction. If he has anything else, any other way to interact with creatures. Yeah, I think this is probably a really rough matchup for Mono Green, just because humans presents a clock, and they also have good interaction with Reflector Mage in this matchup. Looks like he's got 2 lands there. Looks like a Vines in hand too.
John Soros says he thought he saw a Collector. Oof. I don't see one.
That's a Vines. It's the right there in the middle.
Yeah.
What's this for? That might be an oof there. This first card.
And then the one on the very left is the green from Cons, which I believe is like the Absolute or something like that.
Strangler. No, that is the. What is that? It's not an oof. Crosifus? No. Maybe. Something troll. I don't know what this is.
That is the M20 troll where it comes in with a +1/+1 counter on it. And
is that
if it gets targeted, you can basically remove it and it gives it hexproof.
Huh. Interesting.
I can't think of
Avatar the Resolute. That's the other card that's there.
That's what it was.
Yep. That's comes into play with the counter for each other creature you have with a counter on it. So in this case, it's going to come in as a 3 or 4/3, I believe, with reach. Yep. It's already a 3/2 with reach, which is actually very relevant right now because of the freebooter that just came down. How big is the card from M20? Is it a 2/2 with a counter? Make it a 3/3?
It's a 2/2 with the counter, so it gets to be a 3/3.
Nice. So yeah, these are kind of perfectly sized for this board right now. With the 2/2 champion, you can play the Avatar here, which is going to come in. It's going to be a 4/3, and it'll be able to block that freebooter. Interesting. Thalia, I believe, stayed in. I think there's a Thalia that Sam just drew. And Manus Rider is probably going to come down here, but Manus Rider is also kind of awkward in this position because that Avatar can block it. It's not profitable because they're going to trade, but trading with the Manus Rider I think is fine. Okay, somebody Vile in the Meddling Mage, and I know that I believe... Oh, no, into Thalia. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, so the M20 is called Barkhide Troll. So it enters battlefield with +1/+1 counter. You can pay 1 and remove it, and it gains hexproof. Okay. So unfortunately, he does have to pay and remove it.
Yep. So it looks like he did trade the Avatar for the Champion of the Parish. Hextrick up the top. That's not bad. Get in with the Troll. So knock Sam down to, I believe, 14 now. I think it is interesting Thalia stayed in this matchup. I thought that would be one of the first cuts. I guess there's enough like X2s in the deck that Thalia could potentially block profitably. I think there's just better things that you could have going on them.
Yeah, I really wonder what he kept in. It did look like he did take out one Meddling Mage. I don't even know if that's the right thing. I
think I'd rather have Meddling Mage than Thalia.
Exactly.
Because I think Meddling Mage can tax more. If you name Steel Leaf Champion or Dismember. If you name Dismember, there's no way he's going to kill your creatures, I'm assuming.
We don't know for sure if Sam knew what he was playing. That was one of the biggest things.
Mm-hmm. So a land here goes the Hextringer to a 4/4, which is nice. Or we're not sure what this is. He's writing it down. So, Steel Leaf, maybe?
Yep, Steel Leaf.
Yep.
Which is fine.
Yeah, and he knows there's one in hand already. He saw it off of the freebooter. And it looks like Thalia's a tenant. Oh, that's really good right here.
That's beautiful. So each one of his humans are going to get a +1/+1.
Yeah, and now everything can get turned sideways. Yep. I'm not sure what Mike's line out of this is. I'm assuming it's going to involve drawing a Dismember to dismember the freebooter, and then
getting the other...
trying to, the problem is he's so far behind now, especially with a Thalia on board. That makes it real awkward, too. Thalia actually is turning out to be okay here just because he's missing land drops. Is that an oof? It might have been. No, it's Strangleroot, guys.
Strangleroot.
Geist is okay as a blocker here. I mean, it blocks everything on the other side, at least.
Yeah, it's going to be protecting some of that life total, but...
Oh, I guess he just leveled up the Hex Drinker twice.
I still think he's in a bad spot because because there's still... Did he draw another Lieutenant? I believe he drew another Lieutenant, which is just going to put this game out because all he has to do is put the Mantis Rider down.
Yep. And
then the Aether Vial is just going to get out of control right here. Yep, so...
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a quick one. And the Hex Drinker is still only a 2/1, I believe, because it has not leveled up to level 4 yet.
So he is representing that the Mantis is attacking in, so he is attacking in with everything right there.
Yeah, and I believe it's actually going to be lethal with the Viled in Thalia's Lieutenant, Right now he's facing 2 on the bottom. It's going to end up being 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So there is a vial on 2 that he did move off camera for a short minute.
11. That's actually 15 exactly. I believe that's going to be coming through.
Yeah, because it's going to be Mantis is going to go to a 4-4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Mage is going up to a 4.
Yeah, so that's 8.
Freebooter's going up to a 3. Theo's going to go up to a 4. And then the other lieutenant is going to go up to a 3.
Oh, no, he missed the trigger. He missed the trigger on Thalio's lieutenant on the bottom one. It should have gotten 2 counters. He only put 1 on there, I believe.
Yep.
So it's actually putting Mike to 1. Yeah, if Sam didn't miss that trigger, that was going to be 15 exact. If we have the life totals correct, he would have been dead this turn. I just don't think there's outs unless you have a green Anger of the Gods that can deal 6 damage to everything.
We have a lot of players here that like to just play to every line. And unfortunately, I think that board is just a little bit too scary for Mike.
Yeah, I think that he needed to not attack last turn and leave that 3/3 back to block. And I think playing the Strangler guys is going to be the correct play last turn as well. He's hitting for 3. Just get in there. Block a Administrator.
Oh, he has a...
He's like, yeah, okay, that's game. Yep, all right, Mike's scooping it up here, I believe.
Yeah,
so that was a quick
quick game.
humans.
So we're going to actually try to see if we can get somebody else.